Hello everybody, it's Rosie and welcome back to my channel. And it has been raining all day. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it's actually kind of been downpouring for quite a few hours now. This morning I was like, oh, maybe it'll let up. It hasn't. It's only gotten worse. So I figured that we could talk about some cozy hobbies that you can try when it's rainy, when it's dreary, and you don't necessarily want to leave your house, but you still want to do something like fun and cute. So that's what we're gonna do here today. So make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and let's get into it. The first hobby that I have on my list is embroidery. I am very clearly not working on anything right now, but I have I have some just like regular sewing needles and some embroidery floss, and I really actually like this hobby. Most recently I made my boyfriend's stepmom like a little embroidered tote bag for like her Christmas / birthday present, so that was really fun. I did a bunch of little bees on it. I wish I had taken a picture, but it was super fun. It's super easy and it's very cheap too, because embroidery floss is like 90 cents for like the little spool. It doesn't come on a spool, you know, like the little ball. It's not a ball either, but you know what I mean. It's the same stuff that you make friendship bracelets with. So if you ever went through a friendship bracelet making phase, you probably have a bunch of embroidery floss lying around, and you can embroider anything like socks, tote bags, napkins, like really whatever floats your boat. And you can just watch YouTube tutorials and learn how to do everything that you possibly could ever want to do with your embroidery. So that is my first hobby. The second hobby I'd recommend is knitting. Now, I know that this is not knitting needles. I fully admit that I am a cheater when it comes to yarn crafts, but this is a knitting loom, and I've had this for, oh gosh, probably 14 years now. I've had this since I was like 7 or 8. It was like an Easter gift from my aunt, my uncle, and I have a few different sizes of these, but I only have this one in Missouri with me. But basically what this is, it's just you wrap the yarn around the pegs and you can make a hat with this. I also have a scarf loom. I don't know where I put it. And I made like little bags with that. I made scarves, circle scarves. I made a whole plethora of things, but it's super simple. I turn my brain off and I just knit in circles. I have a little hook where I can like hook things over the peg. I don't know where I put it, but yeah, so this is just, it's a fun little hobby. And I knit about 20 hats back in December because I made hats for all of my boyfriend's stepsisters and their children, and his brother and his children for Christmas as well. So I'm in the hat making game apparently. Another hobby that you can try are adult coloring books. I absolutely love myself an adult coloring book. I don't have any here in Missouri with me, but I have a bunch back at home in New York, and my favorite one is a Star Wars one. And the best thing about them is that they can be customizable for anything that you like, whether it's like Bible verses or, like I said, Star Wars, Doctor Who, Harry Potter, like whole 9 yards. There's something for everybody, and they can be as simple or as intricate as you want them to be. You can just grab some colored pencils, some markers, put on your favorite Netflix show, sit down, turn your brain off, and just doodle for a little bit. Okay, this one has been something that I have wanted to get into, but like the little melting beads, I don't know the name of them off the top of my head, but we all did them at summer camp. It's like you had like the little pegboard, and then you put the little beads on it, and then you'd iron it, and they'd all melt together. But my Pinterest has been flooded with like the melty bead flower like projects, whether that's a vase or a little chain that you put on your jeans. I just think they look so cute, so I definitely need to go grab a bag of them from Walmart so I can kind of get into that. Okay, another hobby is video games. Now this one is not for everyone. It really just depends on what you're into. Personally, I really like Sims. I am obsessed with The Sims. I have The Sims 4, which is actually free to download, and then you can just buy expansion packs if you want. Personally, I'm pretty happy with The Sims 4 as is. I do own a few of the expansion packs though, and I really enjoy playing that. But I also really like Minecraft. Again, just like simple things where I can kind of like toddle around and garden and just, you know, pick flowers and stuff. I know that sounds like kind of silly, but it brings me a whole lot of joy. So that's why I do it. Now, this is a hobby that I've recently started, and that is sewing. So a few weeks ago, Aldi had sewing machines in like their sale top deals aisle. So I bought it. It was like $30. And then I headed over to Joann Fabrics and I picked up some fabrics and I made this bag, which I'm super proud of. It's not great. It definitely, you know, I could definitely improve, but this was my first ever project that I ever made with a sewing machine. And I think it's so cute. Like, I'm a tote bag girly. So here is this side. I got some like webbing to use as the handles. And then this side, it's reversible, by the way. This side has like an orangey fabric, and then I just got a fat quarter and I made pockets with it. So I have a new tote bag to add to the collection, and I made it myself, which is extra special. But when I improve, I definitely want to start like making some clothes and stuff, maybe like a linen dress. I'm a big fan of linen dresses, so hopefully I can hone in my skills and start making like bigger and more fun things. This next hobby is very beginner friendly, which is my favorite thing about it. That is paint by numbers. I have done so many paint by numbers over the year. I have 2 of them on my wall right off camera, and they're my favorite thing. I love that they can be intricate without having any knowledge of like painting or color theory, because it's all labeled for me. It comes with all of the paints. It's phenomenal, and that's why I love it. But you can get them at Joann's, Michael's. You can order them on Amazon. There's like a whole paint by number website, and sometimes they even like come with a frame if you want. Sometimes if they come in the boxes without the frame, they're usually a little bit cheaper. So it really just depends on what you're willing to pay, but they are very affordable if you want them to be, and then they can be more expensive the more intricate they are. I feel like this one is a given, but reading. Get yourself a library card if you do not already have one. I have had a library card since I was like 6 years old at my local library back at home. And then I moved out to Columbia for college. I go to Mizzou, if you guys don't know. And I was like, the first thing that I need to do is get a library card. So I have a library card at the Daniel Boone Regional Library, which is like 4 times the size of my library back home, which is crazy. There are so many more books. It's so much fun. Like, I probably go once a month or so. I'll grab like 5 or 6 books. And they also have the Libby app as well, which I believe most libraries have the Libby app. So if you do not have time to necessarily go to the library like physically, maybe you don't want to, maybe it's overwhelming, you can also scroll all of their ebooks that they have on the app. And then the app also has audiobooks in addition to like books that you can physically read. What I like about it is that it's free. Kindles are great and everything like that, except Audible and Kindle Reads, like you do have to pay for those subscriptions, where get a library card, see what they have, and you know, maybe their selection is gonna be the right fit for you, and it doesn't cost you any money, which is the best thing possible in my personal opinion. Another hobby is jewelry making. This isn't a hobby that I personally partake in. However, my mom has gotten into it recently. She made my aunt some earrings for Christmas, which was really sweet. And I've made some earrings in the past, like at little craft studios, but I personally don't own anything to make my own jewelry with. But once again, you can grab all of the materials you need at like Marshall's or Joann's or even Walmart. You just need some pliers and some wires, some beads if you want to get all fancy with it. And then you can assemble your own jewelry, fancy or even just super simple. Now, this hobby, I can kind of do. I am really big into making paper cranes, which falls under the category of origami as a whole. I can only make 2 things off the top of my head without directions when it comes to origami, and those are paper cranes. I love me a paper crane. I can also make a cootie catcher, you know, these ones here that you can customize. I used to be able to make origami Yoda. This is gonna age me, but comment down below if you also read the origami Yoda series. It was really big when I was in like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade. Shout out, throwback, comment down below. Now this is another hobby that I want to get into, but I haven't, you know, things come up. It happens. But I would like to get into scrapbooking, I think. In the world of, you know, the digital age, we have access to, like, you know, all of these digital platforms to share who we are with other people. But I think that it's also important to keep some memories to yourself and, like, you know, physically have a place where you can keep them, because Instagram could disappear at any time. Pinterest could disappear at any time and you would lose all of those photos. Like, honestly, everything digital is finite, and I don't think that's something that we talk about too much, and it's not something I really want to get into. But just having like a booklet of all of your memories, you know, maybe you went on a trip and you printed out your photos and you can put them in the scrapbook and you can customize all the pages with like pretty little scrapbook paper, and just, I don't know, I think it's a really sweet idea. Just very simple, very homely, and it's nice to catalog your life. Just, you have like these keepsakes that you can show your children down the line, or take back home and show your mom and show your dad after you've been out traveling or something like that. So I don't know, I think it's just a very sweet idea that I would like to take part in one day. Now, making holiday cards or just cards in general is probably one of my favorite hobbies ever. I haven't done it in recent years since starting college, but it was my absolute favorite thing to do in like middle school, high school, even elementary school. Every single year I had a whole system. On Halloween, I would start making all of my Thanksgiving cards. On Thanksgiving, I would start making all of my Christmas cards. And on Christmas, I would start making all of my Valentine's Day cards. And I really enjoyed handing them out to people, because a handmade card, I hold on. I own every card that I've ever received. Like, and I especially value the ones that were handmade, because you can feel the love and the effort that was put into that, and you just, like, you know that this person really cares about you, to take however much time it was to not only like write you a little message, but to make this card like from scratch in like their image for you to have. It's a piece of art from them, no matter how simple it is. And I just think it's a great way to spread happiness and spread joy around the holidays, even if it's just a thank you card. Like, send somebody a postcard that you made yourself or something like that. I think it's a great way to share our art and our own expression in the simplest way. This one is an exciting one. I have only done this a few times, but fabric painting. Now, I don't know if there's like an official, like, there's a bunch of different ways to paint fabric. Like, you can paint tote bags, you can tie-dye things, you can do like special methods of dyeing or pressing like flowers into fabric and like do printing or whatever it might be, but just kind of designing your own fabric however you see fit. Personally, I like to paint. I did this bag 1 or 2 years ago, but I just made this for Halloween, and it's a little tote bag. It has a ghost, it says boo. And I just picked up the canvas bag at Marshall's, I want to say, and I just Mod Podged this. I painted it and I Mod Podged it, and it has been going strong ever since. But I absolutely love it. It was so much fun to do, and you can have a little girls' night, put together a picnic, put together a charcuterie spread, whatever it might be. Everybody can bring a bag, supply the paints, sip on something fun, you know, like some Welch's sparkling, and just have a little fun craft night. And you can all have like matching tote bags, because hot girls use tote bags, hot girls use reusable bags, okay? But yeah. On the same line of painting, rock painting. Now, I love just painting in general. I generally paint on the back of cereal boxes. I did this painting last week, and it's super simple. I literally looked this up on Pinterest and I copied it. It is nothing fancy by any means. This is the DiGiorno's pizza box that I painted on. You can paint on anything, and that being said, rocks, because rocks are absolutely free. You can go outside in your backyard, in your apartment complex, you can go to the creek and pull out a rock, give it a little scrub, and you can paint it, customize it, put it back outside for somebody else to find. I don't know, I think it's so fun. And some communities also have rock gardens. Like where I went to college, they had a rock garden outside of the library. I was the director of a summer camp this summer, in essence, okay? And the kids really liked painting rocks. They really liked making friendship bracelets, and they really liked painting rocks. And the most iconic rock was the Grimace rock. And they would hide that thing everywhere and leave it for other people to find, because they were absolutely iconic, and I love them and I miss them all, but they were just my cute little babies all week. Another thing that you can do both indoors and outdoors actually is gardening or propagating. I am really bad at keeping plants alive. I'm trying my best at it. Right now I have a spider plant. She's chilling, she's vibing, she's on the windowsill right over there. And I like that. When she gets big, I can like cut off her little babies, I can plant them, and then I'll have another spider plant. In the back over there, I am propagating some green onions, because that is the simplest thing to propagate. That's really fun. Or you can start some plants from seeds. Personally, I just bought a bunch of seeds and some dirt, because I'm gonna have another go at gardening this year and see if I can grow my own plants and keep them alive. But yeah, and with gardening too, you can grow your own food, which is really exciting. You can grow flowers, you can make some bouquets. Just make sure that if you have pets, you are growing things that are pet friendly, because dogs and cats cannot consume certain things, and we all know how curious animals are, and they will eat your flowers. So just keep that in mind. And then last but not least, staged photography. If you have like a blank wall in your apartment or in your house, or like even your garage, like whatever it might be, you can make like really fun backdrops and take some fun photos, and you can just do them on your phone. If you have a camera, you can do that too. But like Pinterest has all of these really fun ideas. I did a cute little like Instagram photo shoot for Valentine's Day a few years ago, which I'll put a photo of. But I got heart-shaped balloons and I taped them all to the wall. I put on some heart-shaped sunglasses. Like, it was just so cute and so fun, and you can do it for any occasion, whether it's a holiday or not. I've seen a few different photo shoots on Pinterest where people took like old newspapers and they plastered them all over a wall as like a backdrop, which is really cool and very dramatic. And I don't know, I love looking at some fun photo shoots, and it's something that you can do inside from the comfort of your own home. But all of that being said, that is everything that I have for you guys today. If you are interested in any of these hobbies, or if you currently partake in them, comment down below and let me know what you do, because you know, we're always looking to learn, we're always looking to improve. Like, I want to go into another tote bag. So all of that being said, like this video, subscribe to my channel. I love you guys so much, and bye.